Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case, Supernatural Investigations, and we are going to the last case in Southwest, case 10, and we are going to some kind of creepy house. Near Devilman's Bridge, Texas. Katria, we're heading to the abandoned house where RJ Fields' car was last seen. We know Felix is going to kill someone and we need to stop him. Hold up, Jake. We're just basing that on Greg Schmitz's ramblings. And the guy's completely cuckoo. Maybe, but his theory sees whole water. All the individuals responsible for the terror murders are connected by the ghost of Abigail Riley, killed 5 years ago. She's haunting them because she blames them for her death. Felix is the only one who hasn't been possessed yet. But if you're right, it's only a matter of time before he kills one of his loved ones. We need to get to that house where Abigail died. Jake, pull over! I think I saw a body on the side of the road. A body? Katria, take a look and get out there at once. Okay. Yeah, that's us traveling. That's him. Katria, that's RJ Fielding, and he's dead. What the heck? We're supposed to stop Fielding from killing someone, not getting killed. Could someone have gotten to Fielding who the ghost could possess him and force him to commit murder? And what's the deal with the way he's strung upside down? Right, the Hangman tarot card looks a lot like this. And tarot cards are our ghost's MO. Our eventual ghost must be evolved, but how? Let's check that flashlight for fingerprints, Katarina. And look, there's a weird box hidden under those leaves. Can you unlock it to see what's inside? Okay. Oh, I do have 1 star. Alright, let's unlock the box. Because I want to see if I'm gonna get an analysis out of it. It's a lizard. There's a monster in this box, Katarina. Dude, it's just a lizard. Knew he was going to come. That's no monster. It's a girl who noticed horribilis, and I've been trying to catch him all day. Katrina, you say you know this man? Yeah, we already met. Zacky Davies, I met your colleague back in Arizona. Don't expect to bump into the feds again, I must admit. Right, federal agents. That's us, alright. I'm afraid we need to ask you some questions, Mr. Davies. Okay. How did Fielding die? Katrina, I can't believe we're rushing to stop Fielding from killing someone under the ghost's influence, only to find him dead himself. Any leads on how he was killed? Well, the traces of chloroform around Fielding's mouth confirmed that he was knocked out prior to the murder. And judging by the bruising of his lower body, Yukio dragged him to the bridge unconscious. Yukio then strung him upside down with rope, but the human body is not designed to remain inverted for long periods. Gravity causes your internal organs to drop down, squashing your lungs and resulting in asphyxia. Oh, okay. So, Fielding basically suffocated to death after being hung upside down? What a way to go. But that's not all. Yukio let trace a chicken fried steak on the rope when they tied him up. So, Akira eats chicken fried steak, do they? They made a mistake when they committed murder. Bad pun, I know. Mistake. Okay, now let's dust the flashlight. Let's see if those fingerprints on the flashlight match anyone we know, Katerina. Okay. Now let's examine the fingerprints before talking to Zacky. I was just thinking about him before starting this, recording this part. I don't know why, but here he comes. The fingerprints on the flashlight belong to Arthur Darkwood. You remember him, Katrina. He's an author we met while investigating Bigfoot's murder in Oregon. Last time we crossed paths, we pretended to be fans of his books. I wonder what he was doing. Wait. Did you hear that twig break, Katrina? Somebody's watching us. Hello, Mr. Darkwood? Okay, we're gonna talk to him now. I expect him to pop up right here before talking. Okay, first let's go talk to Zacky. So, what can I do for the FBI? I'm afraid there's been a murder, Mr. Davies. A man named R.J. Fielding is dead. Can you explain your whereabouts this evening? I told you, I was just trying to catch this rare lizard. I had no beef with Mr. Fielding. So you knew the victim? Mr. Fielding got in touch with me a few days ago to discuss how his company could go greener. We met at his office to talk carbon footprints and composting. It was refreshing to meet someone in the oil industry who actually cares about the environment. Oh. It's just a crying shame that he was killed before he could put it into practice. I hope his family opt for a green burial. Right. Please stay close to our RVs while we investigate, Mr. Davis. We may need to question you again. Okay. Alright, now let's go talk to Darkwood. Hello? Is anyone... Ah! Calm down, Mr. Darkwood. It's just us. We met in Oregon, remember? We're fans of your books. Oh, it's you, Katrina. You scared the living daylights out of me. But thank goodness you're here. I got lost on the road and blew a tire. I walked down the road looking for help, but all I found was an abandoned house. It's really rather creepy out here, and I'd sure like to get back on the road. Do you have a wrench I can borrow? I'm afraid you can't go anywhere just yet, Mr. Darkwood. See, there's been a murder and the police have cordoned off the road up ahead. A murder? How ghastly. Yeah, the victim was a certain R.J. Fielding. Maybe you heard of him? Sure, he's that oil magnate who's always in the news, right? I would have thought a guy like him could afford a bodyguard. Anyway, thanks for the heads up, Katrina. I'll get to work replacing my tire while I wait for the police to reopen the road. Good thing he bought our cover story, Katrina. Now, let's check out the house feeling visited for ourselves. Okay, we're going to that creepy house now. Oh, look at that. This must be where the ritual was performed. What do you have to say for that, Luke? This is where our ghost was killed in an occult ritual 5 years ago, Katrina. For the looks of it, it's been abandoned much longer than that. What I don't get is why Philly would have come back here. If there was a vindictive ghost trying to possess me, I would return to where they were killed. I'd run in the opposite direction. Or maybe he doesn't know about ghosts, so... Anyway, only a human could have strong feeling up to die, and human killers leave behind clues. This briefcase belongs to the victim, Katrina. Let's look inside before we put that painting back together. Okay. Alright, let's restore the painting first. Okay, it's the creepy house. Is there anything that can indicate something? Katrina, this painting has barely dried. The artist must be around here somewhere. Oh, well spotted. It's signed by Axel, the artist we met back in New Mexico. Oh, him. And we know that he likes to paint something creepy, so... Axel was a bit of a weirdo, from what I recall. And looking around an abandoned house doesn't give him any sanity points either. Let's get our PI act on and ask Mr. Brass if he's seen anything weird. Okay. Okay, now let's search through the briefcase. Oh, it's a threat. Katrina, there was a threat among Fielding's belongings. It reads, RJ, you'll swing for what you did. Be afraid, for the night is full of terrors and eternal darkness awaits you. That sounds like a reference to the murder, Katrina. This was a count from our killer. And I think it also comes from the ghost. I think whoever killed RJ Fielding was possessed by a ghost. I think that's going to be it. Maybe Felix can make something of this threat. Yeah. Okay, 3 hours. Now let's go talk to Axel. Mr. Brass, what are you doing hanging around this abandoned house? Why, drawing inspiration, of course. It's so wonderfully eerie, it gives me frisons. In fact, I'm quite tempted to buy the place and turn it into an artist retreat for like-minded individuals. Oh dear. You might change your mind once you hear that a murder's been committed nearby. The victim is a certain RJ Fielding. Does that ring any bells? A murder? What perfect timing. It'll push the value down even further. Afraid I've never heard of this RJ fellow, though. Now, excuse me, I need to call my real estate agent. Still creepy. Did the killer leave something on this thread? Guys, You know I'm an expert in the supernatural, right? Not a psychologist. Okay. Yes. Why do you ask? Because there's nothing remotely supernatural about this threat you sent me. But you like books and bits of paper. Yeah, ancient ones, not dead threats. But since I wouldn't want you to go away empty-handed, I read the first psychology book I could get my hands on. The book said that people with phobias make unconscious references to the object of their fear. I give the references the threat to eternal darkness and the night being full of terrors. It must account for someone who is afraid of the dark. Oh. Are you sure? I mean, reading one book doesn't make you a psych expert. Note to self. Luke's deepest theories appear incompetent, which is why he questions my judgment. Alright. If you say the killer is afraid of the dark, then we believe you. I'm certain of it. Your killer is scared of the dark, but they should be more scared of you, Katrina. Well, I am a bit of a scared of the dark, but only when I think about insects and that you can't see insects in the dark, so... I was thinking about spiders one night and then I had problems trying to fall asleep. Katrina, let's recap. We traced RJ Fielding's car to an abandoned house where he and several others were involved in an occult ritual 5 years ago. The ritual resulted in the death of a girl who then returned as a ghost to haunt all the participants, possessing them and forcing them to murder their loved ones. We fear she did the same to RJ, but instead we found him murdered under a nearby bridge. Did somebody else get to him, or is this somehow still the work of our vengeful ghost? We found writer Arthur Darkwood on our crime scene with a burst tire. And we bumped into tree hugger Zacky Davies, who was looking for lizards. Not to mention we also crossed paths with artist Axel, who wants to turn the abandoned house into an artist's retreat. Katrina, you're not going to believe this. What is it, Hope? I just intercepted a police radio transmission. Greg Schmidt has escaped from the psych hospital. Oh. Why did you do that, dude? And you're coming to us, right? Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!